What is going on, everyone? Joe back with Grill Joe's Barbecue, and it has been a minute. I know it's been a while since the last smoker video came out, and I feel like I had a pretty good excuse. The good excuse would have lasted for about 2 months, maybe 3. We're going on 7 months since the last video, and I apologize. We ended up renovating our old house. We sold it, we moved. It was a really hectic summer, and then it's just never slowed down. So now here we are in November, and I'm finally giving you number 3. So the way I filmed these originally, they're a little bit mixed up on when I'm saying, oh, this is video 2, this is video 3. You'll notice that in this video because sometimes it takes longer to film than I was thinking, and so it took longer to do parts 2 and 3. So I ended up breaking them apart when they should have were originally all going to be one. So you'll see that throughout the video. But so in part 3, we got the bottom attached, we got it stood up, it's on wheels, it's ready to move on to part 4. I'm hoping to finish this in 5 series, and we'll just, you know, sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it goes quicker. So we'll see how it goes, but I hope you enjoy part 3. All right, so I want all my legs to be angled in. So I'm just kind of eyeballing what I'm gonna do here. My square, I think I'm gonna take it about a 15-degree angle, because I don't want a real extreme inward. I want about 15, I think would be good. So I'll take all these, cut down to 15-degree angle, and I'll see what they look like, get them welded on. But we also gotta see what I need to do on this end, on the pipe. I don't know if I need to grind that down, cut it down. We'll see. We'll just see what happens. You know, just go with it. It's kind of how the whole build is. You just kind of go with it and see what happens. All right, let's get them cut. Like so. And grind down these edges real quick. I'm going to grind down these welds so we have flat edges where I'm going to be welding these on. Flip it over and see how it looks on the pipe. You know, instead of switching discs back and forth, this is the perfect time to show off my new DeWalt grinder. DeWalt reached out to me because in my first video I burnt up that DeWalt grinder cutting through that pipe. They were awesome enough just to send me a new one for free. So thanks DeWalt for sending this out. You guys definitely didn't have to do that. That was my fault burning up that one, but we're definitely going to put it to use. Now we just gotta see how we're gonna hold these on. I guess we'll just have to hold it, get it tacked. We'll just tack it on and we'll see how it looks. I think that's gonna turn out pretty good. All right, so before I ran out of space on my memory card, I just welded this leg on. Then I went inside and took all the stuff off my memory card, and then it became 5 days later. So now we're back out here. I got all 4 of my legs welded onto the brace, or the bottom of the frame, and now we're just gonna flip it over, set it on the smoker, see how she looks, and I know I'm gonna have to trim up these legs. I probably should have done this before I put them on the frame, but we're just gonna see how it goes. So let's flip this over and see how she looks. So I took one of my scrap pieces of 2x2 and cut in a 15-degree angle on this, and I just kind of lined it up directly with my pipe, and it almost is a perfect fit. So what I'm probably going to do is try to cut 15-degree angles in on these legs. So with that big of a gap that we have down here, I don't want to try to just weld this and build up a big enough pool to fill that gap. So if I cut about a 15 on each of these, but I'm really just going to try to hold this down on the chop saw and cut them into 15s and try to get nice straight cuts. Okay, well, It's actually impossible to put this back with the chop saw. I wasn't thinking. Obviously, this leg would have to be in the chop saw, and this leg's on top of it. So, not possible. I laid my 15-degree angle on here, drew lines on every single one of these. I'm gonna take my big cutting disc here. The goal is just to take this, since this disc is big enough to do the whole leg at once, I'm just gonna try to get on as close to my angle as possible, and go in as straight as possible, and then I'll do that from every angle and try to get 15-degree cuts on each of these. Lay it on here, we'll get it leveled, weld it into place. I'll get the other 3 knocked out and we'll come on back. Alright, so those they aren't the prettiest cuts, and I know they're definitely not all uniform, because cutting at a 15-degree angle with a grinder freehand is a little difficult. But we'll see how she lays, so hopefully this will work. That is actually a lot more stable than I thought it was going to be. So let's see how she levels out. Got my center mark here. Alright, so I got some edges grinded down smooth just so I get a good level on there. And she's pretty level right where she's at. And so if she's level here, she should be level standing upward. Is it gonna be level across my grill grates? It needs to be slightly off. But this pipe's so dang heavy, I can't really adjust it perfectly. So I think my center line's off a tad, but I want my wheels to be level, so that way it's gonna sit flat on the ground. Best way to do it would have been to put this on first, leveled it up in the middle of the pipe, and then flipped it over and cut in my door from there. So my next one, I'm definitely gonna cut the door in after I get the base attached. But you live and you learn. So if you're building one, make sure you attach your base, if you're doing it this way, before you cut in your door, because then you can get this leveled perfectly, flip it up, and then cut your door in perfectly. So we're gonna get this welded on, get the wheels welded on. I got these big old guys. They're gonna sit on here like so. Then we're gonna try to flip her over. We might have to use the wife's SUV with the tow strap to pick it up, but we're gonna try without it first, so let's get into it. Alright, now is the time everyone's been waiting for. We're going to try to flip this son of a gun over. And I have a couple ideas. I have a big tow strap that I could wrap around it and kind of have it going up this way. And so if I attach it to the wife's SUV and had her slowly just kind of pull it forward, it should want to pull that top this way and pull it up. But we'll kind of just see. I'm going to just kind of roll it over on its edge and slowly just try to maybe I'll block the wheels and try to pick it up from there. But phew! I can't just manhandle it. The main thing is you don't want to have any part of your body underneath this while you're picking it up, because if that side falls out and it falls on my toe's broken. Okay. You're probably wondering how we got here. So, my goal is to put this toe strap over this, hook it to my wife's SUV, and have her kind of slowly putt forward while I picked up the backside to pick it up. But before we start doing that, I said, hey, why don't you just grab this with your hands and try to pull on it while I pick it up. And I didn't record it because I didn't think it was going to work, and I was going to record just with the car. Turns out I just needed a little extra help. She pulled on this. This was more up this way. She pulled on this as I picked up as close as I could to these hinges. And once I got it up enough to kind of put a knee under there and kind of force its way up a little bit more, we got her up. So that is exciting. I thought that was going to be an even more hassle than it was. It is big. I was really worried right when we got it up because it was really was not steady. I was like, what the heck? But all the tires needed air. So I don't know if they're rated for this much weight or if they just needed some air because they get them from the store. They weren't fully aired up. But now it is looking more solid. It's not wobbling like it was on the ground. So here's the real test to see if I got it at a good height. Perfect cooking height. And I'll have to get the grates in here. And I got to clean all this out still. Lots more grinder to do. But I think I'm going to end day 2 here. But this would be a good day to end, good spot to end. So day 3, we're going to finish getting all this grinded out. I had to figure out a stop system to stop this door about here, because you don't want that door just to fly back like that. So I got to figure out something to put there. We'll get the inside grinded out. We'll get the side caps put on and the smokestack. So thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can see the rest of this build get completed. Just like last time, if you see me doing something wrong or something I can improve on to make this better, let me know. It's my first time doing all this, so I am open to suggestions. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.